Oh. I love that woman. It's a magnificent woman.
I guess it started when you were about 2 years old, Tad. Ray, he was my husband at the time, Adrian. Not a nice man, Tad'll tell you that. Well, he'd been drinking, nothing unusual about that. This was a particularly bad day. And Tad here, poor Lammy, spilled some juice on his daddy. The guy blew sky high. So I shoved him under the bed to protect him. And Ray took off after me. Caught up with me in the back hall. He beat me with his fists and started in with the chair. I broke a rib. My face wasn't fit to be seen. But then I guess God smiled because Ray passed out. I grabbed Tad and all the money I could get my hands on, threw a few clothes in a suitcase, and we headed out. I'll never forget it. Tad clamped onto these hands and feet, just holding on for dear life as I was running for all I was worth down that street. Showed all my money to the clerk at the train station, the bus station, and he said we had enough to get to West Eleanor, Alabama. Now, I don't have to tell you that it is hotter than Hades down there in the summertime. When we got off that bus, I was swimming. My clothes were sticking to me. You were all out in prickly heat. I didn't have the faintest idea where I was, what we were gonna do. But I just started walking down the street, my head held high. But then I tripped and dropped the suitcase and spilled open clothes everywhere. You were crying, and I just gave up. I sat right down on the street right where I was standing and gave up. And a hand reached out to me. The clean white handkerchief. I looked up and there he was. The nicest, kindest man I ever met. Frank Dawson. He took us to a cabin in the woods and he knew near where he lived. He was putting himself in danger. Me being a white woman, this being Alabama and all, but Frank is an unusual man. That night, he taped my rib and he cleaned my face, gave you a bath, fed you. He saved our lives. So, of course, it wasn't long till I was head over tea kettle. It was the same with him. We loved each other. Of course, I was always scared that Ray might find us, but I was happy to. Till then, when I realized that I was pregnant. Oh, Adrian, I was so happy. You were my blessing. I was getting another chance. A brand new life.
Don't worry, my love. It's gonna be fine. I have a plan. We are going out on a goat.
Forgive me, my baby. There is nobody I would rather go out on a goat with. But your plans have not been exactly reliable lately.
Well, forgive me my English. But I have the plan, but Haley made it up.
Haley made it up?
Yeah, I know that if, I would make it up, it would be a disaster, so I asked her to help me.
Since when are you and Haley?
Since we both trust you and believe you. I even asked her to teach me to be more like her so you'd love me.
I love you just the way you are. You don't have to change a single thing.
Well, that's lucky, because she said I was hopeless.
You told me yourself, all right, that there's no cure for this. That it's one day at a time.
You have absolutely no faith in me.
Haley, drinking or sober, I have faith in
But you still thought I was drinking.
They told me you were driving over 100 miles an hour.
You said yourself you were worried about me before they called you because I had disappeared. What did I expect you to think?
Look, you told me yourself that the past few weeks that you could slip.
But I didn't. What's going on?
Raquel told me that you accidentally took a sip of her drink.
Really?
Yeah, and she was worried. She felt responsible for putting you at risk.
So evidently someone told her that I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, look, I didn't break your anonymity.
Well, that's very comforting.
Haley, everyone at Wildwood knows your situation.
So the two of you what? Worried about me together?
Now look who doesn't have any faith. I told her I was sure that you weren't drinking.
But you weren't sure.
No, I wasn't. I was hoping that you were sober. I knew something was up and I got worried. Then Derek calls me. He says you're in trouble, that you need me.
He's right. I do need you.
Come here. Let's get out of here. Come on.
I can't. Night court's closed. They can't arraign me until the morning.
Well, can't Trevor wake the judge?
Nope.
Well, then I'll talk to Derek.
It's not going to do any good. Derek will just tell you it's up to me.
What are you talking about?
According to Derek, I'm in here because I want to be in here. And he's right.
Well, you just have to forgive me, Opal, because I just don't buy it. A white woman in the middle of a black community in rural Alabama.
Are you saying she's lying?
I'm saying it's an invitation to a lynching.
You're right, honey, you're right. But your daddy chose to take that risk. First, because he was a good man. He wasn't about to walk past a broken woman and her crying baby on the street. And second, because he loved us. Of course, it helped that he was who he was, a smart man, a strong man, respected by everybody in the community. Nobody was going to go up against Frank Dawson. Just like nobody would look to tangle with his son. Your Aunt Geneva, she knew. She'd stop by with food, fried okra, black-eyed peas.
And the birth?
Was at home. Your Aunt Geneva did for me. She was a midwife then, and you were my second. I knew what to expect. She took care of the rest. You were so handsome and strong. You picked your head up right away, hollering out. You didn't get what you wanted. I just loved you to pieces. I was pretty much healed by then, inside and out. And I figured, it was over, that we'd escaped him. It'd been a year or more. So I wrote a note to my cousin, Tilly. I didn't tell her anything. I just said that we were okay. Gray must have got wind of it, tracked the postmark or something. A little baby, just the sweetest little thing. You stay right there, I'm gonna make you a cake. Tad, honey, come here. Come here, why don't you, huh? You come right over here and you rock the baby, huh? Make him feel nice and cozy there while I bake a cake. Ray, oh my God, Ray.
You lying tramp.
Now, Ray, just calm down, Ray, please.
That's calm enough for you. Nobody runs out on me. Least of all a lying, ugly tramp.
Please, Ray, I'm begging you.
Oh, you're going to be begging me all right when I get through with you. Ted!
Ted, no, Ray. If you touch Ted,
What?
help me.
Did you say?
I said, don't you touch my son. Ray.
I'm sorry. I did not hear you. Oh, now. That is much better. Ted? Oh, there you are. Come on, boy. Come to Daddy. That's my boy. Come on, take my hand. Now, you run on out there to that car. You hear me? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. All right. I'll be right out there. Come on, woman. I'm taking you home where you belong. What the Sam hell is that?
What's that? Well, you can imagine what a man like that would say about my child, my son.
What do you mean you're here because you want to be?
Derek thinks I'm a cream puff, that I'll never make it a night in the lockup, that I'll cave.
What's he after?
Who knows? Maybe he wants to run for mayor.
No, stop playing games with me. What's going on?
Why don't you stop acting like you don't know when you know perfectly well what you think you know?
That whole car chase. You helped Ryan and Gillian get away? Are you crazy?
Ding, 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 ding. Give the man a seagull.
I want an explanation.
What's to explain? They were gonna lock him up.
So you let him talk you into breaking the law?
He didn't have to talk me into anything. Mateo, he is completely freaked out.
Oh.
He didn't even want to come to this stinking party, which was probably a good idea. But, I talked him into it. I said, go, hold your head up high. And now I feel responsible. Because if I didn't put him out in the public eye for Derek to snatch up, he wouldn't be in this mess. So I have to undo what I did.
This is your idea?
Mateo, he didn't do it. He is innocent. You and Edmund are wrong.
Birds of a feather. Well, I'm a night owl myself. Here, would anyone care to join me?
Kit will be staying here at the house for the time being.
The more the merrier. Although we're not very merry now, are we?
I think we can leave this discussion for the time being.
Edmund, I am in total sympathy with your friend. It's horrible. It's devastating. Any woman would understand.
Thank you.
But you also must understand that I in no way think that Ryan is the culprit.
And why is that?
Excuse me, Mr. Gray, but Lieutenant...
Edmund is expecting me. Have you found him?
Not yet. But I will. As soon as the Duchess tells me where he is.
So, what's next?
We could go upstairs.
Ooh. I mean, with the plan. What's next with the plan?
Oh. Well, first we hide out here for a little bit. And then Haley will come with a big bundle of cash to the boathouse. And then she'll hide the money under the floor. And then we take the money and we go to New York and we get passports with funny names.
The phony names.
Right. And then we leave the country and we go to Hungary. And see, I'm still in Andrashi, so it'll be safe. And we'll be safe there. And Vadzal is just so beautiful.
So,
thinks she can starve my kids and steal their paychecks, she has another thing coming.
Mama, what are you doing?
I'm gonna call up and speak to Jenny.
Wait a minute, don't get rowdy on me.
Listen, you don't know this because your father gave you away from me when you were a kid, but nobody messes with Opal Gardner's children.
I saw Liza this morning. She was sunbathing in a most inappropriate costume, I might say.
No kidding.
Yes. You know, recently it's been much easier to see that she lacks a mother's guidance. Greg, you're not straining yourself, are you?
No, I know what I'm doing.
Well, Larry really ought to be ashamed of himself. I mean, to go running off on his business trips, leaving that poor girl to just run wild, and as for Marion, I don't know what she's thinking of, setting such an awful example.
I thought she was one of your best friends.
Well, certainly not now. She's run off, left her daughter, and she's gone to Boston with a man much younger than she is.
Did you hand me that towel, Mom, please?
Oh, what time are you expecting Amanda?
About a half hour or so.
Oh, dear. I have a committee meeting this morning. I was hoping to see her.
Well, I'll tell her you said hi.
She is such a lovely girl. I do so approve.
You approve? Of what?
Well, you and Amanda.
Me and Amanda? Mom, Amanda's just a friend.
Well, so she's just a friend. I can still approve.
Mom, don't start again, please.
Start what?
Trying to fix me up with somebody. I mean, it didn't work with Liza, and it's not going to work with Amanda. She's coming over here to help me with the makeup exam. We're not going to get married.
Well, really? I mean, who said anything about marriage?
There's only one person I intend to marry. I fell in love with her 2 years ago, and I'll be in love with her for the rest of my life.
Greg, you are so...
What do you think I'm working out so hard for, Mom? Because I'm getting better. And as soon as I fully recover, I'm going after Jenny, and I'm going to marry her, and I don't care what you think about it.
All right. Whatever you say, Liza.
Good, and you promise not to talk about me or gossip about me behind my back?
Okay, I promise.
Good. And look, because I am such a nice person, I will go to this movie with you. But we have to go to the first show, okay? So we gotta leave right now, all right?
I can't go this afternoon. I have other plans.
Greg's again?
Look, he asked me to come over and help him with his makeup economics test.
Mm-hmm. Did he also tell you to start wearing eye makeup and eyeshadow?
Cut it out.
He tell you to buy new shoes, too? I know.
Liza, look. You know what your problem is? You're so busy manipulating people that you've forgotten what it's really like to be a friend.
Amanda, just take my advice. Don't fall in love with him. I mean, just don't get serious.
Don't worry about it. There's nothing happening between us. I'll see you later.
Talk about pathetic.
Mama, do not do anything stupid. I don't want you talking to Olga.
Give me that phone. I'm gonna speak to my daughter and then give that Svensson dame a piece of my mind. Give me her.
No. Jenny's not there. She's in Colorado.
What is she doing in Colorado?
Filming a commercial. She just left.
How come nobody told me?
Mama, she'll probably call you tonight.
Why didn't you go with her? You're supposed to be protecting her.
Jenny has got a chaperone, a wardrobe lady twice as big as you and me. She had to change her name to Bruno, and she swore to Olga she would not let her out of her sight.
All the more reason for me.
Let go of the phone. Now, Olga is the only shot that we've got. So she's a little hard-nosed. I mean, got nothing better going for us.
Well, you certainly changed your tune in a sudden here.
Well, Erica did recommend her, didn't she? And she is the tops in the business, isn't she? Besides, she's a little hard-headed. Might be good for us.
Oh, I see. You mean she doesn't let you just wander around doing whatever you please all the time, is that it? Oh, I get it now.
Hi,
Hi, Gran, how you doing?
There's Mark. There's your car.
Where's
Great
Mom?
to see ya. Oh, well, she's running the Voters Association table down at school. Oh. I just came home to get a little lunch.
Well, Ted, make your granny some lunch, for heaven's sake.
What do I look like, Ronald McDonald?
You can slap a piece of bologna between some white bread. Now get on with it.
No, sure, Dad. I understand. No problem, really. Have a safe trip, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Liza?
Who else? Look, don't make them, okay? My dad just called, and he's on his way to Duluth, and he won't be here till tomorrow morning.
That's great. Saves me $25.
Who cares about the money? Look, I want this to be a special occasion for us. I don't want to go to some tacky motel, and, you know, I really care about this time. I want it to be nice and private.
That means we'll have the whole house to ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm. All night long.
All night. Oh, wait a minute. All night. Look, Liza, I don't know about all night.
Dad, you have to stay all night. It would seem cheap if you didn't stay all night.
Oh, come on, Liza, you know my parents. My mother can dial the police in her sleep, and my father would have a heart attack if he woke up and I was gone.
Dad, can't you say something? Come on.
Well, I guess, if you get me back before dawn, it's okay. But you better not let me oversleep.
Don't worry, I won't let you oversleep.
Oh, wait a minute. Look, I'll talk to you later, okay? I gotta go.
Welcome home.
Dad, hi. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You're looking well.
Yeah, well, I've been picking out on Grant's brownies ever since I got home.
Well, you better save some room for dinner. Your mother's making your favorite tonight, steak and French fries.
Oh, no. I mean, that's great, but, Dad, I didn't know Mom was planning on dinner.
You didn't know Mom was planning on dinner. Your first night home?
Yeah, but, see, I have a date.
Already?
Yeah, well, what can I say? I work fast.
Well, your mother's going to be disappointed.
Oh, Dad, I'm sorry. I hope she understands.
Well, I suppose she will. How's that English paper you're doing? How are you doing with it?
Paper? The paper? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's coming along.
Well, good. Good. Where is it? I'd like to have a look at it.
What?
Your English paper. You know, that long thing you're working on in lieu of attending high school. I'd like to have a look at it.
Bye-bye. It's been nice getting to know you.